I'm actually very excited today, guys, because today we are actually working with the new motherboards. It is the brand new chipset that was just released like a couple months ago, and it is my first time getting my hands onto them. Today we are actually working with the they already know it is the ASROCK B550m motherboard. It is on the freaking title, man. It's on the top. Like, who freaking missed that? Well, yeah, it actually kind of makes sense, right? So we have the actual motherboard itself, and of course the manual that no one reads, that it's actually as thick as a freaking novel. Also comes with a one screw for your M.2 SSDs, two SATA cables, another screw for your M.2 SSD, a software guide. They're also gonna give you this kind of stickers, which I think is pretty cool because it actually makes the unboxing experience pretty special if you think about it. Because now you can stick this to whatever you want, but I don't personally use it. We also have the CD for the drivers, which no one actually can use because I cannot remember the last time I built a PC with a DVD writer in there. Oh, this one is nice. A strap. A strap to actually fix your cable management. And a, what is this? It says a stamp, so is that for mailing? Whatever. Take all this thing aside and let's focus more into the more important stuff, like this motherboard right here. It actually comes with a cushion that is actually just zip tied in 4 ways, so you gotta clip that out. Okay guys, so actually let's start with the ports. So at the bottom here we got your audio in and out port from here. This one is a 12 volt RGB and a 5 volt RGB addressable. We got 2 PWM fan ports down here and 2 USB 2.0s, another PWM fan port on this one. We got a USB 3.0. This one's your front panel ports, power LED, power HDD, power reset, and you got this M.2 SSD slot. I forgot to mention earlier that we also do have an M.2 Wi-Fi connector down here, which we are going to be using later for the Wi-Fi card. Now let's move on to the side. Here we got your 4 SATA connections and 2 more down here. We got another USB 3.0, your 24 pin. Again, we have another 5 volt addressable RGB and a 12 volt RGB. So this one actually can handle like a lot of lightings if you're onto that. On the top part, again we have 2 more fans. You also got this huge heatsink beside the other huge heatsink to cool down your VRMs, and this one is your CPU power port to power your CPU, obviously. Let me open this one up for you guys so you guys can see as well. This one is actually a heatsink as well for your M.2 SSD. So like, let's take this thing out, and it's a little sticky. Alright, so there you go guys. So here you go, behind this guy there's another M.2 slot down here. We are gonna be putting the SSD later to dissipate that heat faster. And now onto the IO shield. I really love that the newer motherboards right now actually have the AIO panels connected already. That is just a pain in the ass to forget. Anyways, so you do have a button here to clear your CMOS battery. You got an HDMI port, a display port, the old keyboard and mouse, 2 USB 2.0s. You got Type-C connector, 3 USB 3.2 and 2 USB 3. And down here you have your audio and microphone jacks. and of course an Ethernet cable. But some interesting part in here actually is this guy. See those? Can you see this too? This too is actually for the antenna of the M.2 Wi-Fi if you have one, which we are gonna be using later. So right now I'll go ahead and install all of that, and I'll come back to you guys in a bit. So here it is, guys, the ASROCK B550m. This one actually supports the AMF socket, but not the previous version like the Ryzen 2000s. The lower it wouldn't work. We're gonna start from the Ryzen 3000 and the future Ryzen lineups. So as you can tell, guys, like this motherboard is actually pretty beefy. Like this thing is heavy, man. At this point, I put in the 4 RAM sticks. They click very well. They're actually a snug fit. If you have used the other motherboards, like the cheaper ones, they're kind of tight and they doesn't fit like perfectly. But this one fits really well. We put in the stock fan of the Ryzen 7 3800X down here. We put in the Western Digital Black 500 gigs on the SSD, but I haven't put in the Wi-Fi card just yet. The reason is because I don't have the antenna yet, but I can show you guys how to do the Wi-Fi card thing. It's pretty simple. Let me show you right now. Like in the other M.2 SSDs, you just have to slide this one in an angle, like so. Get your screwdriver and screw down this guy like this. Pretty simple, right? And that's it. That's pretty much it. That's how you put in the Wi-Fi card. It's like an M.2 SSD. Pretty simple. Although what I need to do after that is antenna and just like clip in those two, plug it in from the back right here. So what we were talking about, because this motherboard actually doesn't come with an antenna. You have to buy them separately. So that's that. All in all, I'm still pretty excited about this motherboard because it's packed with a lot of features. Plus the RAM already supports like up to what, like 47,000 megahertz. So ready for the next gen. Ooh. Especially if you really want those like RGB lighting. This one have a two 12-volt 4-pin RGB connectors plus two 5-volt. So you have like plenty of option right there. So this is it, guys. Like, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit like and please comment if you have some comments. As you already know, we are a pretty brand new channel right here. I will really appreciate it. Leave some like and comment, or a subscribe would be great. You know what I mean? Anyways, guys, I'll see you on the next video. Peace out and take care, because there's still virus out there.